Welcome back to Artists on Artists on Artists on Artists. Nicole Byer, Howie Mandel, Steve Harvey. These three people have something in common.
That's right, they're all game show hosts. If the captain is the captain of the ship, then the game show host is the captain of a game show.
Like Shakespeare to a Shakespeare play, or Michael Bay to explosions, a game show needs somebody in charge.
So get those scores ready and listen in.
Do we go around?
Yeah, okay.
Wow, it's great to see everybody here.
I'm so stoked.
Yes.
I'm so stoked.
Man.
I'm so stoked.
It's really good to be here.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
I've never worked with any of you. Watched all your work.
No, I
Never
don't.
been in the same room.
That's a crazy fun thing about game shows. We don't really ever work with anybody else besides the contestants.
Yeah.
Really.
The unwashed, I'm joking. But have you noticed they all have a smell?
Yes.
I'm joking, but
Yeah, man, they all smell like money because that's what they trying to win.
And
yeah.
they smell like they've been standing outside all day in the sun. I'm joking.
Seems like you got a lot of resentment towards your audience.
No, I love my audience. My little minions. I'm joking around.
Well, go ahead, introduce yourself.
Oh, okay. All right. My name is Scotty Speed. I am the host of You Did That. It is a baking competition show where 10 bakers try to fool 6 judges by either presenting a cake that they made or something they bought from the store. And if the judges guess if the thing they bought is something they bought, nobody gets any money. But if one of them gets tricked, money goes around.
Now I have a question. How
Yeah.
many times have you said that monologue right there?
I've said that monologue. I do count. It's been 455
Wow,
times.
wow.
We're
Wow.
on season 15.
Wow.
awesome.
Nice.
Congrats.
You guys should clear that up. That was a little confusing.
Yeah,
but-
do you say that at the beginning of every episode?
I do. They have me live record the audio intro.
And at what point does the ratings drop out on your episode?
We have a loyal fan base.
Okay.
We have a loyal fan base.
All right, next.
The game show laugh.
Okay. Okay. Up next.
Oh, hello, everybody. You know who I am. 2 and 2, baby. I'm Drip Ice, baby. Yes.
Legend.
Legend in the game.
Legend.
I host, of course, the very popular show. You sure you want to say that? On BET. It's a show where black people bring in white people and ask them, you sure you want to say that? It's been called the most stressful hour for white America of all time.
God, does your show stress me out?
It stresses you out. I know it
Almost
does.
unwatchable. Almost
Yes.
unwatchable for me.
Yes.
But it actually comes in handy because I'm so used to being with my wife, and when I'm on the road, I go to bed and I go, I'm missing the stress that puts me to sleep, and I put
Oh.
your show on.
You sure you want to say that?
Oh,
You
you're
sure?
awesome.
You sure you
See,
want?
I
You
think
sure
you
you
messed
want to invite the stress of white America into your heart?
Drip, I did want to point out, I saw your show because
Oh.
I went to a Rite Aid recently to put my arm in one of those little blood pressure things that squeezes your arm. And instead of the squeezer, they just played your show on the screen.
Oh, that's right. That's right. My show has the #1 demographic for people who can't afford blood pressure cuffs at the doctor.
It's really good because sometimes I wake up in the morning and I'm like a little sleepy and I can't get out of bed, but I put on your show and then I go, and then I
yeah.
zoom out the door.
Yes.
Boy, is it good.
My show has been called the #1 ratings hit for BET since 106 in Park.
Another very stressful show.
Another stressful show. Yes.
Hello, everybody. I'm George Pook, and I host Survivor with Kids. It's a great, fun spin-off of Survivor where we get 30 kids and put them on an island for 20 days to see if they can survive.
How old are the kids?
The kids range from anywhere from 13 to 5. They're young, they're spirited, and the interesting thing about Survivor is, they're all adults, but with kids, you want to see what they do by themselves, so you kind of leave them alone a little bit longer. It's really fun, really safe, really safe. We're in season 1, and we're hoping we get season 2.
How much do the kiddos win if they win?
They win $10,000.
That's
Which is huge for kids.
Yeah.
That's a lot for
A lot
sure.
for
That's
kids.
a
So it
lot
must
for
be different.
kids.
Yeah, for adults and kids.
Yes, it was a great way to pitch the show. We kind of went in going, look, kids don't really have an understanding of money. $10,000, that's a lot for a kid. They'll love that. So yes, $10,000 for 2 kids that win.
I actually auditioned for your role as a host a while ago, and I remember back then it was called Lord of the Flies, Let's Just Fucking Put Them on an Island project.
Yes, it was called that, but the network, network notes, so we had to
Can't
change
say
it.
fucking in your
Yeah,
title.
you can't say fucking or Lord of the Flies.
Yeah.
But yes, that was the original pitch. Is kind of I read that book and I thought I got called up one of my friends who's a big time producer, John Garmp.
Oh, Johnny G.
Good guy,
on,
inventor
Johnny
of
G.
the genre.
One
Y'all
of the
mind if I smoke in here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
Go
no.
ahead.
We do mind. But
I was
go
gonna
ahead.
say I minded, but you go ahead and do your thing.
I don't
Go
think you'll stop if I
ahead.
do. I'm
Yeah.
joking.
I don't.
Oh, man. Oh, okay, it's my turn. Okay, well, my name's Ricky Flanagan, and I host Lady or No Lady. There's 50 boxes up on the board. Half of them contain a lady, and the other half contain nothing at all.
Yeah, a real human lady. I don't watch this show, so I'm gonna know what it is. There's a woman
So you're
inside
saying
the
there's
box.
25 women in boxes.
She didn't say woman. She said
A
lady.
lady. You're
said
Oh,
right.
it's about a dame.
It's not just any woman. Anybody can be a woman. Now, some of the empty boxes do contain women, but only 25 of them contain
ladies.
ladies.
But if it's
Yeah.
a woman, it's considered empty.
Yeah. So it's people in every box. It's 50 people in 50 boxes,
Yeah,
and 50 of them are women, and 25 of them are women, but 25 of them are ladies.
are women. 25 of those women are actually just Jack in the Boxes.
So they're women Jack in the boxes.
Yeah, Jacqueline in the boxes.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy is I wasn't confused when you first described the show. But
Yeah.
the more you talk about it, the least I know.
See,
There
that's
seems to be more to this show too. You got other things like is there like a
Are there
anchors,
levels?
the
Yeah.
levels and stuff like that?
Seems like there's a lot of
And
levels.
what's up with this show? What's up
well,
with
we're
this show?
trying to expand because we knew the boxes thing could get stale. So eventually we started having ladies hiding in the rafters.
Ah,
And so you have to, that's a trick of the show, is if you want to go for a bonus round, you have to put a blindfold on and count how many ladies are in the rafters. And then you get a bonus point. Anyway, we're on the Roku network.
I love Roku. Those are good guys.
Good
Yeah.
guys.
They
over
are
there.
good.
Roku
I
pretty
love 'em.
cool.
We pitched Lord of the Flies, but with fucking kids. Put the fucking kids on the boat island, but it didn't work with them. They weren't looking for that content, so we went a little darker.
They're gems over there. Roku's the future. Like, Roku's
Yeah.
the
They're
future.
the future. The
Yeah.
great thing about them is I don't think they've seen the show once. So
Ah.
I've never gotten a note.
I mean, who saw Roku coming? It's like if a television just said, I'm going to make TV now.
That's incredible. What a creative way to say that.
Well,
Yeah.
come
Awesome.
on, the last but not least, one of the latest
gotta
and
hear from the
greatest.
legend.
Yeah,
Oh
you
my
guys
gosh.
doing? It's Mr. Chappell. That's me, Mr. Chappell. I host a little game show we like to call Wipeout Holding the Lasagna While I'm Surfing.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
this show's been running for what, like 50 years?
Oh,
Yeah.
we've been going since the 80s.
Yeah. Can we hear a clip of how your voice sounded when you first started?
Yeah, let's
before all
play,
the
let's play a vintage clip. You know I got some, hey, welcome to Surfing with a Lasagna Wipeout. That's a little boy whose balls hadn't trapped yet.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
Legend.
we shoot in the depths of Burbank.
Yeah.
And I smoke 5 packs a day, and you can tell from my voice, I've changed.
I love you,
Thank you.
Mr. Chappell. I mean, I used to watch you. I used to pretend like I was sick so I could watch you on my sick days when I was home.
Oh, incredible.
I would say that would be the best part of a sick day was watching Wipeout holding lasagna while surfing.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I love you too. When I was a little shorty growing up in Boston, I used to hear your catchphrase, your famous catchphrase, like, Scooby-Doo, and I was like, Dang, that makes me want to do TV.
Oh, that's so kind. I mean, I love my catchphrase and my people who wrote it. Shout out to Johnny C. He wrote that catchphrase. And we wanted something that I could say for anything. You know,
Yeah.
if somebody fell off the surfboard, if they ate the lasagna, if they tripped, I could just go off, oof, oof.
And just to remind everybody, the game is kind of you're trying not to wipe out, and then you're trying to eat a lasagna, and then you're trying to surf, right? That's the idea?
Like Lady in a Box, it's got levels.
Absolutely.
So you got to
Yeah.
get to the level with the lasagna.
Absolutely.
That's such an honor to hear you say that, because
Of course.
I was raised on your show. It's such a simple.
What happened to your voice?
I feel like
sorry.
it drastically changed.
I'm sorry I'm smoking so much. Am I affecting you?
I think I'm getting a little secondhand smoke. And I don't remember what I sounded like before. But anyway, I'm okay with secondhand smoke. I actually like it better than firsthand smoke, to be honest.
Yeah, hands free.
I do kind of like this new voice on you.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah?
nice.
Kinda
I
nice.
think it's a great hosting voice.
We are looking for a rebrand.
It's shrill, it's short,
Yeah.
it's really good.
It does sound like smoke is literally caught in your throat.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think I sound like America's grandfather doing this. Just a comforting voice that you can put. You sit back in your chair and you watch the Roku channel, and then America's grandpa comes on.
Now, I want to push back on something, because on my show, that right there would be grounds for -5 points. You see, when you say America's grandfather, you sure you want to say that? Because America's grandfather wasn't too kind.
I'm
the
tugging my
black man.
collar so hard right now. I'm so sorry, Drip.
All right. That's all right. That's all right. Hey, you know what? Because you apologize, which is how you get bonus points on my game,
Wow.
here you go. 10 extra points for you.
Wow.
Do you ever
brought
feel...
the points with you?
Oh, yeah, I bring the points with me everywhere I
That's
go.
incredible.
That's
Well,
how
that's
game
my-
show hosts do it, you know.
I
That was
hope
my
to get
question.
points today.
Yeah.
Do you
I
ever
hope so.
feel like you're just trying to live your life and you start playing your show like at a restaurant with your friends and you'll bring your show up?
Nah. See, when I'm off, people can say outlandish shit around me.
You don't care.
I don't care. But when the camera's rolling, you sure you want to say that?
No, I do want to ask you, because there was that, of course, story that went viral about the woman who went on your show
Yeah.
and then went so crazy that she drove a car into a palm tree
Yeah.
and then, like, fled the state.
Yeah.
Do you feel any responsibility for that, or
Any
do you think she had it
resentment or
coming?
anything like that?
Yeah. I get this question all the time. You see what I'm saying? I'm a person who likes good television, right?
Oh, you say that again.
You know, so I don't feel any type of responsibility for her actions, because who was number one that day? Drip was. Drip was number one. So as long as I'm number one, baby, you can drive your car into a goddamn fire hydrant, into a palm tree. You can drive your car into your grandma. I'm not going to care.
I love that.
You know
I
what I'm
love
saying?
that.
That's incredible.
I love that you win every show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that you are the winner.
Oh,
at the
I
end.
win every show. I win, come on, brother.
It gets me every time, though. At the end, I go, maybe he won't win. And you win.
I win.
My
I win
question
the
is-
money for every show. Contestants have never won money. I won $4,500,000 on my show.
My question is, if you lose, do they replace you?
If I lose, oh yeah, if I lose, they replace me with, of course, Steve Harvey.
It's kind of like an It Follows situation.
It is. It is. As soon as a woke white person comes who doesn't say anything wrong on my show, that's when I lose. But that's impossible. So I'm not gonna ever lose,
It's
baby.
been years and no one can do it.
Nobody can do it.
Oh, no. What part of town you film in?
Oh, you know what I'm saying? I film in Inglewood. I film right behind SoFi Stadium.
Oh,
Wow.
God,
Right
I
behind
love
it.
that stadium.
Right
Is that a
behind it.
sound concern at all?
That
Oh.
seems devastatingly placed.
Yeah, it's a little loud, you know what I'm saying? It's a little loud, but you know, I just with my bullhorn though, you know, I make up for the sound and the volume discrepancies, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I have a question for everybody here, because I am so curious about the way people's productions, because everyone shoots a game show differently, right? How many episodes do you guys shoot in one session? For me, since it's a baking show, we shoot one every 2 days. It takes a long time. And I
Wow.
have to sit in the studio while they bake. And it is excruciating. It is hard
Unbelievable.
and it is long.
Wow.
Unless they buy from a store, then the episode takes 45 minutes. And so it really
Does that ever
varies.
cue in the judges? I feel like if they don't shoot for 2 days, the judges would know most of the things were purchased at the store.
Well, that's the thing. We bring the judges in at the end. So sometimes we take 2 days to bake, but the judges don't know until they're coming in at the end. They don't have to sit there. Thank God.
Just
I
you.
do.
Okay,
Just
that
me.
makes sense.
Just
Got
me
it.
to kind of do color commentary while they are baking.
And you
Got
follow
it.
them to the store, right?
I follow them to the store. I don't know if you guys can tell. I actually used to be a comedian before I did this show.
I couldn't. That's great.
You couldn't tell.
That's
Nah,
great.
man, you ain't saying
I
nothing
was
funny.
not able to tell.
I haven't said anything funny.
thought
You
you
haven't
were a
said nothing
scholar.
funny.
No, I wasn't a scholar.
I thought you won a contest.
No.
Yeah, some sort of like
I thought
7-Up
this was
contest.
nepotism, man.
No,
I thought this
no,
was
Or it's like a
nepotism.
Make-A-Wish Foundation
No,
kind
I was
of
a
thing.
good comedian, actually.
Oh,
I was
yeah?
a good comedian. And I was really good, and people loved me, and I took this job, and now it's what I do. But
Word.
comedy's always been my love, my heart, and I actually am doing a lot of stand-up sets at the Chula Vista Mall. If you guys want to come out ever,
Okay, where in the mall?
Yeah.
it's in the food court.
Oh.
Next to the Wiener Schnitzel.
Oh.
Also-
No, I couldn't
Very
get the Wiener
loud.
Schnitzel. Yeah, it is very loud, but I use a bullhorn, and it's really great. But how many
Yeah.
episodes do you guys shoot?
Well, for us, we've put these kids kind of in the middle of nowhere, and so we're constantly shooting for 30 days. You know, it's not, we don't wrap until we're done. And
Well,
then
Do the kids got to go to school? Set
no,
school?
well, we have a tutor on set, but no, not really. The tutor, we basically give one of the students the job of tutor, and they have to teach the rest of the students,
Now,
the rest of the kids.
which age? Between the 13 or the 5-year-olds?
Usually we aim for 13, but sometimes it doesn't swing that way because,
Right.
it's all random. At the beginning, basically, the kids get to the island, they break them to different groups, and they're all assigned roles randomly. So there's a cook, there's a school teacher, there's the mayor, there's the police, there's the comptroller.
Ooh, police. You sure you want to say that, brother?
He got you.
Well,
I
it's just
love
a,
this
it's just a
fucking
position.
game.
It's just a position. It's just
Oh,
a
okay.
position.
All right.
Okay, so how many points do we all have at this point?
Well,
Who's winning?
You got 10 points. You got 10
Yes.
points. 0.
Okay.
You got 5 points. Negative 15, brother.
Oh!
So just mentioning the police is negative 15.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, so
Yeah,
when
I
you
can- I
gain
can work on
points, it's because I said sorry?
Yeah.
Oh,
And now you got 15 points.
because I said sorry again?
Now you got
Wait, so it
30.
counts if she says sorry in the middle of a sentence?
It's crazy that no matter
now
what, you're
you
going to
got
win.
40 points.
It doesn't matter when you say it. It's
Nah.
just.
Sorry.
Nah, brother, you a white man. You gotta work harder than that. You gotta work harder than that, brother. You gotta work harder than that.
Shoot.
But yeah, so basically, we nonstop shoot. It's fun. It's hard. It's challenging. It's always the worst when you lose a kid, but that's just like the tricks of the trade.
Can I ask you a question, brother? Because if there's something we all know as game show hosts, we like to work as least as possible.
Yes,
Totally.
yes.
And you tried to make it sound like you shooting for 30 straight days when we know you sitting up in the crib and you just making appearances and stuff. How
Thank
many
you, Drip.
appearances? How many
Okay,
appearances do
Thank
you
you,
make?
Drip.
How many
Okay.
times do you come to the island? You know what I'm saying?
You're right. I come only when they play the game shows and if there's been a devastating loss. To
Yeah.
try to explain it to the audience of what happened.
And what
Hi.
qualifies as a devastating loss?
Oh, if they're kids, so accidents happen all the time. They're kids on an island in the middle of Kenya.
What
on the
percentage of
coast.
the kids survive the show?
I would
on.
say season 1.
Wait a minute.
Oh yeah, we're shooting
You put these
location.
kids in the middle of an island on Kenya?
Yeah, on the coast, the Kenyan coast, there's an island. It's not too big, but we just throw the kids on there and shoot. And basically every morning I take a boat in to see what happens.
What's the demographic of these kids?
we fly them in from America.
Wow.
What?
This doesn't sound good.
Drip is
We're circling it on something really rough.
Bring them in from America, huh? Feels like another 20K going into the pockets of Drip coming up pretty soon. We gonna go ahead. We can keep this going. I'm gonna keep
Dude,
this
just say
going.
sorry.
No, I can't.
You know what? Honesty gets you everything. Plus 20 points.
Wow. That's what I love about your game. It's always changing.
It's always changing.
So
So
how long
on
do you guys shoot
lady or no lady, we kind of have. We
Your
have
voice
some.
changed again.
Sorry, I switched to my cigar.
Yeah, oh yeah, the cigar is more smoke and it's kind of making my voice higher. But anyway, on Lady or No Lady, we are very intent on having the same lady there the whole time. So if one contestant reveals a lady, she's free to go and she can go eat and she can go have a snack, go to the bathroom, whatever. But if that lady is not revealed during the show, then we keep her in the box for the next contestant. So sometimes she's there overnight, and they have little air holes.
How big is the box?
It's like lady-sized. It's kind of like 5'2".
5'2"?
Just
Yeah.
5'2"? Okay, yeah.
I mean,
Kind of like 5'2".
I didn't bring this up when we started, but I actually dated a girl, well, a lady who was in the box.
You dated one of the box ladies?
Yeah, I dated a box lady, and it was really difficult when we were when you guys were shooting because she'd basically say,
She probably had to spend a lot of time in the box, right?
Yeah, and there was no service in the box, and it was I just kind of had to lose her to the box.
Wow.
Every few weeks she'd be gone to the box, and it was hard. It was hard to date.
Wasn't Kate Middleton a lady back in the day?
She was
She
a
was a
lady.
lady.
Can I ask just a fundamental question about the game? What happens in the game? Are they just are they just selecting boxes until there's only one left, or do they have permission to leave and give up at some point?
Yeah, what's taking the airtime?
Okay, so I'm not
Do
sure
you
what's
win
so
when
confusing.
you select a lady, or do you get a pass? I'm just confused.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what's so confusing. You have one lucky contestant, man, woman, or lady.
Yeah.
They stand there and they go one by one. They go, one, they open up the box. Is there a lady, a woman, or
So
a...
they always go one by one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, that's the rule of the game. You can only go in order.
I got
So
you.
the lady at the top is always in the box.
Well, we don't know. We don't know because we do switch out the ladies, after all the ladies have been
Keep
used
explaining
over
the-
like
keep
7
explaining
episodes.
the fundamentals of
Anyway,
the game, I think.
they guess one, we reveal, we clap, regardless of who it is. Number 2,
We love a clap.
box opens, we reveal, we clap, no
Yeah,
matter
okay.
who it is.
Love a clap. Love a clap.
And then at the end of the game, you have to rock, paper, scissors the final lady for a prize of $50,000.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you go through all the boxes.
And
Fundamentally,
so you
I
just get
don't
into the
understand it.
end. So the game is just rock, paper, scissors.
It's a long preamble to
guess-
kind of a big boss battle. At
It's
the
like
end.
revealing somebody behind a door.
Yeah, if we're splitting hairs here, I guess the technical game is rock, paper, scissors, and the ladies in the boxes are all fanfare. But once you get into it, it's a really captivating show to watch. You never know what's going to happen next.
Now,
That's
I heard something. I know we still got to talk about how many games we record in a day. But I heard something, you famously, most people, because we are, we just getting on the other side of COVID. Most people.
Thank God.
Yeah. I'm so happy,
Yeah.
I
We
don't-
didn't even. We were,
we kept going, baby.
kept going, too.
going.
I get a boner every time they put a thing in my nostril.
Okay.
Okay, that's Mr. Chapel.
It makes it
okay.
really hard to get COVID.
You know what
It
I love
does.
about you, Mr. Chapel? Just
What'd
to
you
interrupt.
love? Nah, you good. I want to know.
A man like you will never exist in the industry again. And I want to hold on to you for as long as possible. Because I'm going to miss it. I'm going to miss the problematicness of
We
you.
gonna miss you,
Me
bro.
too.
You
I'm
holding
being
on.
honest.
You holding on.
Yeah.
All right. Now, and when during COVID, we wasn't allowed to touch, so people would fist bump, right?
Yeah.
People would fist bump. But I heard you don't like to fist bump. You know what I'm saying? You hug and kiss everybody. And
No,
shit.
I think that fist bumping displays. I think fist bumping transmits too few germs.
Yeah, you
And
is
so
too few germs.
I hug and kiss as many people as possible so that I can build up a natural immunity. I'm
Gotcha.
all about natural immunity.
So basically, every time a woman or lady comes out of a box, you're hugging and kissing her, right?
Mhm.
Well, I ask first, and that's what
Yeah.
takes up a lot of the shooting time. Is
consent.
that every lady comes out of the box, and then I say, "Hello, lady. Is it okay if I hug you?" And then she says yes. I give her a hug, and then I go, "Thank you. Is it okay if I kiss you?" And then she says yes, and then I go in for the kiss.
Yeah.
And so I take a lot of time, and sometimes I'll ask, "Are you sure? Are you sure?"
And then to be clear, she goes back in the box, and they close it, and they go to number 2.
And then they wheel them out.
Yeah, well, once you've been out of the box, you can kind of sit where the box was and sort of hang out and be a pretty lady. Unless you're a woman, then you have to leave.
My 17-year-old daughter sent me an article in Vulture about how you're how you're really giving a platform for consent in your shows.
And that's awesome, and we love
and that's
that.
a really
We do
cool
like
thing.
that.
That's the fundamentals that Lady or No Lady was founded upon.
Consent. Get inside this box consensually.
Exactly.
That's
Or
awesome.
how
I
about
love
how?
that.
Yes.
I love that.
That's awesome.
Now we know what's really going on with your voice. You got mono.
I think I have permanent mono, yes, but I've never checked. Natural immunity.
Oh, good for you.
I gotta know about this surfing show.
Oh, yeah, we clock in once a month and we do 16-hour days.
That feels right. That
Yeah,
feels
that feels
right.
good.
Because the rest of us, the lights, we don't move. Once we set them up, it's all about the surfboard and the kitchen behind the surfboard and the spot we put on the guy. And then we got the 2 PAs that shake the surfboard and hand the lasagna. And I will occasionally shout out trivia from my lawn chair that they suspend over the stage. But besides that, we're in and out.
Yeah, I guess for as many questions as I had about Lady or No Lady, I've got no real questions about Wipeout Lasagna Surfboard.
it stands
makes
strong.
sense to me.
It's
Yeah.
a classic show, and you sitting in that lawn chair suspended above the ocean is, an image that's been blasted all over society for many years.
Yeah.
The t-shirts, the tote bag.
My uncle has a tattoo right above his belly button of you.
Yep.
in a
Oh,
lawn
that's
chair.
so kind.
My
I mean,
grandma got a picture of you above her TV.
that's so sweet. It's a fantasy working where I work.
Yeah.
Because you know what? People like watching people fall.
Mm.
And there's your final tagline that you always say, because it was keep the nuts on those pets. The way you were so anti-spaying and neutering.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
believe they should run wild. And it sent a lot of confusing messages.
You
talked to production.
You got in trouble for that a few years ago. I was on your side on Twitter. I was like, yo, leave
Thank
my
you,
man
Drip.
alone.
Yeah.
You got in trouble for going and like reattaching nuts on dogs and cats.
Thank you, Drip. I know that I shouldn't be putting them back on, but I
Yeah,
can't
you
prevent
was
them
sewing
from
them-
ever getting cut off again.
You was sewing them back on.
Yeah, I remember when they wanted to up my contract when we hit 5 years, and that was right when I had really started having a personal journey myself with my pets' nuts going away and their personalities being lost.
How
And
did
watching these pets lose their goddamn minds when you cut their nuts off. And
Now-
I said, never again am I gonna do this. So I told my agent I ain't going back to the show unless I can have a moment at the end of the show where I tell people, you keep your nuts on those pets.
Can I ask a legitimate question real quick? A legitimate question.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know,
Is it for me?
No, it's not for you. It's for everybody. It's for everybody. Whoever knows this. This is a legitimate question. You know, when you neuter, you take the nuts away.
Yeah.
What you taking away when you spay?
So when you spay, you actually use this little tool that you hook.
Yeah.
You're taking away the uterus.
Ah.
You're taking away the so it's internal, and you have to. When the vets bring it up, they kind of snap it like a little legume.
All right, man. That's
This
cool.
is
That's cool.
so
That's
much
cool.
about you come off like a
That's why
scholar
you-
and not like a comedian.
What do you mean?
A comedian, man. That's
We
what I'm
would not
talking
know
about.
that.
Well,
I just
but
wish-
you didn't let me say my punchline at the end of it. That
All
I
right,
was
go
gonna
Oh,
ahead,
please,
go ahead.
get to
Hit
it.
your
So you
punchline.
snap it like a little legume, and I wouldn't want them to do that to me.
Not really a punchline.
What do you
That
think?
kind of,
This is why you're doing comedy in a food court.
hey, it's a good start. But I think we can punch this up.
Okay.
Can I ask
Let's
how
punch
old
it up.
you are? Because at the beginning of this, I thought you were maybe 20, but now you feel 60 plus.
Okay, this is a fun game. I'm going to award 50 points to whoever can correctly guess my age.
Okay.
So this
Here
is a
are
trap.
the riddles.
Oh, the
Here are
riddles.
the riddles.
All right.
It's between 16 and 99.
Yeah.
Riddle number 2.
Mhm.
It's not how old your mother is.
Yep.
And riddle number 3. It's not how old your baby is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Should we all go around and just
Yeah,
guess?
let's guess.
And also
Okay, my
not a
mother's
riddle.
dead.
Okay.
Your
Your mama's dead?
Okay,
That
so
makes sense. That makes sense.
Well, how old are your guys' mothers? And we'll just
Nah, my mama 52.
Okay,
My
so
mom's
she's a
also 52.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm not 52.
You're not 52.
My mom is 73.
I'm not 73.
My kids ain't born yet, so they 0.
Yeah, same.
But we're getting warmer. We're getting
Warmer.
warmer.
Okay. I'm just gonna take a guess of 26.
I'm 72.
Okay.
Hey, you know what? This makes me. I have a question for this because that was a bad game, but hosted by a good person.
Yeah.
Do you
Yes,
believe
I was
in a
enthralled.
game show that's bad with a good host?
Now let me tell
Or
you
do you
about
think
that.
they don't exist?
Let me tell you about that. You know, Breitbart.com has
Yes.
Breitbart, yeah.
Breitbart.
That's where I do my own research.
Yeah,
They promote the crud out of Survivor Kids.
Yeah, well, see, they don't like me, you know what I'm saying? They don't like my show. They don't like my show very much. I don't get much traction on Truth Social, you know what I'm saying? But the show, they be like, this show is bad for America. It's just making white people feel like they can't be alive and, you know, function in society. But they say, but that's your bias, though. That your bias is a damn good host. So according to some people, my show is bad, but they still watch it.
Wow.
And
because
I would like to. I do believe you make up a significant portion of Breitbart's income because of hate clicks.
Yeah.
Because people are clicking
But
because they're
weirdly,
angry.
Hate clicks and also love clicks because they
And love
always.
clicks.
I see Steve Bannon give editorials about how much he's a fan of your hosting
You
ability.
know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Now, normally I wouldn't take that endorsement, but Drip Ice take any endorsement you can give. You know what I'm saying?
I love
Funny.
that.
I cannot tell you who likes You Did That because people just shouted at me on the street all the time, but I can't ever catch their face. Like, they shout it because it's my catchphrase. They go, "You did that!"
Oh, that's
And so
fun.
if my dog poops or something, I'll hear just a whizzing car, "You did that!" And I won't know who it is. And I feel like people watch it, but every time I try to be like, "Who is that?" Like, it's always just some kind of shout at me. So,
It's like, who is that?
yeah, exactly.
Nobody has ever recognized me.
Well, you do seem to be shifting kind of at a rapid rate.
Yeah, yeah.
You're a chameleon.
Yeah, you know, sometimes I have a beard, sometimes I don't.
But you know what?
What?
I'll just say I think that Howie Mandel's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Wow. Hey.
Wow, we're really coming
hey,
out.
He's great.
But I think that game show is the best written game I've ever saw.
So you think it's a
You
good,
think it's the opposite.
good show, bad host?
That's what I'm saying is I think it's up for debate. I think it depends. I think the Monopoly
mean-
Man's a good host of
Yeah.
Monopoly.
Sure.
You think the Monopoly
think-
Man is the host of Monopoly?
In so many words, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Did
But
you guys ever get to meet Regis?
Oh man, I met Regis, man. Regis
met
was
Regis.
that guy, man. Regis was that. I got a story about Regis.
Oh, you do.
what
I
happened
want to
to
hear your Regis
Regis?
I've
story.
got one too. I've got one too.
You
I
got
got
a
one too,
story
I got one
about
too.
Regis? Boy, I got a story about Regis. So the year is 2006. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
A
I
young-
know what you're saying.
You know, a young Barry Obama is, we called him Barry back in the day. We all hanging out in Hyde Park, Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Me, Barry Obama, Regis Philbin.
Oh, what a good gang.
Wow.
What a fucking
Good group of
Mary
guys.
J.
What were you
Mary
guys
J.
doing? Just
Blige.
Mary J.
Mary J. Blige. Oh, we was playing Uno. You know what I'm saying? We was playing Uno, and you know, and I, you know, I had a lot of cards in my hands, so I wasn't there. Barry Obama had one card. He was like Uno, and Regis hit him with the bloppity blop blah. And if you don't know what that means he hit him with the draw 4,
Yeah.
draw 2, reverse, skip, and he hit him with all those. And Barry Obama was like, I'm gonna run for president.
That's what he said.
And when I get that presidency, I'm gonna start a lifelong mission to end your life.
Wow.
He said this to Regis?
He said that's to Regis,
In front of
man.
Mary J. Blige?
Instead- Mary J. Blige was just there singing. She
was
wasn't
just
playing.
Switzerland. Okay.
She was just Switzerland. She was just like, no more pain, no more drama. Yeah, that's what she was singing. And you know, and he did it. Barry went on. He became president, and Regis Philbin died.
That's a story.
That's a story.
I have a similar story, and
You do?
yeah. Maybe it's for another time.
No,
though.
I think it's for now.
If it's similar, I'd like to compare.
If it's similar, yeah.
And this is a story that happened to you, and it's not a story you're doing for points.
No, it's
Okay.
a story that happened to me. It was me, Regis Philbin. We had Alex Trebek there.
Okay.
And we also had one of my favorite people, Hillary Clinton. She's great.
Yeah.
And we were all playing a game, a little game called Life. So very similar. Weirdly, how similar this is.
Yeah.
And basically, I soft pitched the show idea to him, which was actually really exciting to kind of, like, what if we got all these kids from America, put them in Kenya, and just see what happens.
God, you must have been pitching that for years.
Yeah, and
Just gonna say I don't like this Kenya thing.
I can see some points trickling out your
There's
pocket.
nothing wrong with Kenya. There's nothing wrong with Kenya. We love Kenya, and we're bringing a lot of money to Kenya. And the one thing he did say was, "Don't do this. This is a terrible, terrible idea. 5-year-olds going to Kenya by themselves and being left on an island. This is not a good idea." And potato. So we made the show without him. We were all hanging. It was a good time.
What was his role gonna be on the show?
Oh, he didn't have a role. He was just kind of. I was just talking to him more as a mentor.
Oh, I see.
More as a mentor, and then we had a falling out. But yeah,
That's incredible.
And
I was in an a cappella group with Regis back in the day.
I heard about this.
In college.
Yeah.
It was me, Regis, and weird enough, Mary J. Blige.
Mary
that's
J.
why you were singing her song.
Yeah, I know them all.
You know them all?
People don't know that she was a kid genius.
Oh,
You should know that. She was in college when she was 8.
So when you say that, it makes you sound like a scholar. Like, why would
No, but you haven't heard the joke, the punchline.
What's the punchline?
She was in college when she was 8. I was in college too. The college of my pooping my pants in elementary school.
So was Mary J. Blige a lady on your show, or was she?
Okay, so she was a lady, but because we never have celebrities, she was she was on a new level. She was the ultimate lady.
Oh, wow.
And if you catch an ultimate lady, then you get $51,000. You get an extra $1,000, and you get to hug the ultimate lady for 2 seconds.
With her consent, of course.
With her consent.
Wow.
Which takes a little longer, because I have to ask, may I hug you, and may my contestant hug you? But that's the price we pay for a little bit more of a solid foundation of consent, of course. I have to ask you, because you do have celebrities on your show.
Yeah, I got a few celebrities on my
Who's
show.
been your favorite celebrity to have on?
Can I just jump into when
go ahead.
you said to Vin Diesel, you looked at Vin Diesel and said, are you sure you want to say that? And he almost had a conniption.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
That was awesome.
Or when Selena Gomez shit her pants.
Oh man, yo, when Selena G shit them poopies, when she shit them poopies, when she shit them poopies, baby, when she shit them poopies out the boo boo.
Oh my
When
gosh.
Lindsay Lohan wouldn't stop,
Yeah,
that
man.
was
Yeah.
bad.
Yo,
Who
that's-
was it that bled from their nipples?
Oh, you know what I'm saying? That was the old woman from Downton Abbey.
Oh, Dame Maggie Smith.
Maggie Smith, man. Maggie Smith, man.
When Margot Martindale ran her car through the set,
Yes.
that was crazy.
That was a good episode. That
was
was
a
a good
great
episode. That was a good episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we've had all the celebrities. You know what I'm saying? I would probably say my favorite one out of all the celebrities we've had was probably Hillary Clinton too. You know, Hillary Clinton.
We have some similarities. For
Yeah,
sure.
man. Hillary
Wait,
Clinton was.
Has
tight.
Hillary been on everybody's show here?
She was a contestant
your
on mine
show?
this year.
She was. I know she was on your show.
She was
I
on
watch
my
every
show
episode.
when she was first lady.
I don't know if anybody watches Lady or Lady, but
Lady or no lady.
yeah.
So she was not in the boxes because I could not do that to Hillary Clinton, but she was a contestant.
Wow.
So
Oh.
she picked the ladies. This was through a crazy connection. I was sort of a Make-A-Wish kid for Bill Clinton early on. It's a long story. We don't have to get into
I didn't
it.
know presidents get Make-A-Wish.
When you're president, you are assigned a Make-A-Wish kid. And you kind of have to make all their dreams come true on a whim, and I saved all mine up. I was a kid, and I was like, oh, I really wish I had an ice cream cone right now. No, I'm going to save it. And I saved every wish I had until I could combine them into an ultimate wish, which was, please, Mr. Bill Clinton, sir, can you ask your wife, Hillary Clinton, to be a guest on Lady or No Lady?
Wow.
Wow.
It's a beautiful story.
Yeah, it's beautiful, and I didn't know you planned Lady or No Lady for that long. That's wonderful.
It was a dream I had ever since I was a boy.
Wow. Can I ask one last question before we go? Because I'm dying to know. If you got to host any show besides your own, what would it be? Made up or real?
Oh, gosh.
Wow. You know, I'm gonna go on here. Do you guys mind if I? Because this is a sensitive subject for me.
Yeah,
you know?
no,
Oh,
we can
please.
have
Of
that.
course,
You're
please.
you're tearing up.
Holy
Oh my
shit.
gosh.
Drip.
Nobody see my eyes. And,
Drip's going drip, drip.
Nobody see my eyes in 15 years. You know.
Wow. They're so big.
Thank you. I feel like I'm
Holy
squinting
shit.
right now.
No.
Yeah, they so big. You know, the thing that really made me want to do it, and I know I said you made me want to do it, and I'm not lying. You did make me want to do it, but there was this little show called Double Dare. You know what I'm saying? Host Mark Summers. You
A
know?
lot of good guys.
Mark, good guy, really good
So
guy.
good.
Mark Summers, and you know, if you don't know the show, he would bring kids and families on. They would answer questions. If they got them wrong, they would go down and pie each other in the face and do physical challenges, and then run the obstacle course. They called it the Slopsticle course because Nickelodeon was a G like that,
Yeah.
and I just loved that growing up. So you know, that's what
Oh.
made me want to do it, man.
Wow.
That's what made me, you know, we all have our inspiration. That's what made me want to do it. So if I ever had the chance to host another game show besides my game show, I would host Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Oh, different.
Oh, Drip.
Yeah. I was just telling that story to let you
that's
know.
a different story.
But the show I would host is Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
I love you,
Right.
Drip. There's
Yeah,
nobody
you know,
like
it's so
you.
funny.
Yeah.
Double Dare was actually a huge, inspiration for Survivor Kids. It was just kind of like,
Yeah.
what if we did Double Dare but in Kenya? And
Wow.
yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
Yeah.
Would your dream show be kid involving too, or?
I was just gonna say that. I think for me, I would love to do Bachelor Kids. I feel like that would be really fun. I mean, there's just such a huge market.
Nope.
Yeah, Bachelor
nope.
Kids. We could do Fear Factor Kids. I feel like that would be so fun. So interesting because I think when you're a kid, the world is so impressionable on you, and I just want to see these kids become adults.
Can I ask you what happened or what was the general vibe of your childhood?
So basically, my parents were missionaries in Kenya, and it wasn't great. My dad would go off a lot, and basically,
So your life in Kenya wasn't great. You sure you want to say that, brother?
no, my childhood was great.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. My childhood was great. I want to take that back. Thank you. Yeah, my childhood was great. I had a great childhood. So yeah,
All right.
my childhood was great.
I think my dream show that I would host would be like a game show that's only stand-up comics, but there's no points, and people just get to tell their jokes and then leave, and it's before a live studio audience.
So you want to be booked on a stand-up show?
I would like that. That would be my goal. That would be awesome. But until then, I love doing You Did That because there's so many interesting people and it's so fun and there's so much cool stuff. And the bakers are amazing. And this week we actually have world famous pastry chef Jacqueline Bonchetou.
Oh, bon chateau.
Bonjour.
Nothing like a biscuit made from bon chateau.
So for her,
Yeah.
would she ever go to the store and buy something?
She's the judge. One of 6. We also have a sports analyst. We have a really famous TikToker named Sassy Little Booger.
Oh, I love Sassy Little Booger. He does the funniest French fry faces.
He has the funniest POV skits I've ever seen.
And then 3 of the Try Guys. And so they're going to be on, and it's going to be so much fun. So check it out. But I'm also available for other stuff.
Incredible.
Yeah.
That's great. You know, if I had to host any other show, I think it would be Saturday Night Live. But I would never do it because that would mean I'm taking one moment away from my own show. Lady or no lady, I've hit my dream and there's nothing else I want.
That's
Wow.
great.
Great. And you'd only be able to host SNL once. They don't have
It'd be
usually-
one and done, yeah.
Yeah, it's just
That's
one.
exactly why I'd never give it up.
Yeah.
Would you ever host a men or no men show?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think that men fit into boxes in the
Oh,
same
yeah, that's
way.
right. You right.
I don't know how it would work. Like, I'm trying to wrap my head around a man-shaped box, and I don't know. I mean, I'd love to talk to you about it later, but I'm gonna have to think about that one.
Well, so that illuminated something for me. These are not large crates. These are shaped like the women.
Yeah, so they're not like...
They're
You
more like
are
coffins.
boxes.
They're more like, old Egyptian coffins.
They're not boxes.
Shaped to their bodies.
They're kind of
Yeah.
like, you know when a Barbie comes in?
Yes.
The plastic lining around it?
That's a box, though.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a square box.
I guess it's a square box, but inside of it, it's Barbie pressed against plastic.
Oh, you mean that part? Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah. So, it is pretty obvious when it's a lady and when it's a Jack in the Box.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
But
Bill
you-
Clinton got you this, right?
Yeah. He doesn't talk about it much. You guys should tune in. The Roku channel.
My dream show would be, I'm very inspired by your work, Drip.
Thank
I
you.
would do something a little similar but different, where I would bring in these pet owners, and before they're about to snap off their pets' little balls, I say, "Do you sure you want to do that?" And we'll have fire coming from the ceiling, and then we'll put them, and then we'll have a PA bring scissors near their balls.
Yeah.
And we'll say, if you want to take off the balls of your pets, you got to take off the balls of you.
Yeah.
Tune in. Hopefully at the Roku channel. I have a pitch next week.
Word. Yo, can I be a guest on your show?
Yes.
Word.
Keep
Word.
those balls on those pets.
I would really love to be a guest. Oh, no. Oh, my voice is changing, too. Because of that smoke.
Oh, I didn't even notice. I've been through 5 packs.
What did you do?
This has been Artists on Artists on Artists on Artists, answering the question, now that's why we call it show business. Good night.
Artists on Artists on Artists on Artists is an improvised Hollywood roundtable podcast created, performed, and produced by Kylie Brakeman, Jeremy Colhane, Angela Giratana, and Patrick McDonald.
Our guest today is comedian, improviser, and actor Jacquis Neal. You can follow him on Instagram at Jacquis Neal.
AOA is a Sugar 23 podcast. Mike Mayer and Michael Sugar executive producers, Liam Billingham producer. Production support by Angelo Restaino and Anthony Defranchesco. Music is by Gabriel Ponton. The opinions expressed on this podcast do not reflect the opinions of anyone who works on it, not even the performers, because this is an improvised podcast and we're stupid. Full video versions of AOA are available on YouTube, so please like and subscribe and leave us a 5-star review wherever you get your podcasts. That's all for now. Good night, Hollywood!